a $2.7 billion industry, is betting they can replace nurses with robots. And when I saw those headlines, I felt something I didn't expect. Fear. Not for nurses. For patients. Because I dug into what these robots can actually do. And what I found? It should make every hospital executive uncomfortable. The most advanced nursing robot in the world performs 60% of nursing tasks, at 20 times slower than a human nurse. That's not progress. That's a press release. Here's what tech companies want you to believe. We have a nursing crisis. And they're right about that part. By 2030, we're looking at a shortage of over 500,000 registered nurses. 193,000 positions need filling every single year. The pitch sounds reasonable. Robots don't get tired. They don't call in sick. They don't burn out. 52% of nurses feel too fatigued to face another day. Hospital turnover runs at 16%. That's 287,000 nurses walking away from their jobs every year. So when a company walks into a hospital boardroom and promises machines can solve the staffing crisis, I get why executives listen. The robotic nurse industry is projected to hit $2.7 billion by 2031. Foxconn, the company that builds your iPhone, just launched a nursing robot called Neurobot. They claim it cuts nursing workload by 20 to 30%. Sounds like progress, until you look at what nursing actually requires. But here's where it gets interesting. When I started comparing what robots actually do versus what nurses actually do, I found a gap so wide. It explains why hospitals that rushed into this technology are quietly walking it back. And it comes down to one question nobody in tech seems to be asking. The TRINA robot. Tele-robotic intelligent nursing assistant. In development since 2015. Millions in funding. Teams at Duke, University of Illinois, Worcester Polytechnic. The results? 60% of nursing tasks completed, at 20 times slower than a human. Some tests showed 50 to 150 times slower for basic tasks. The researchers themselves describe controlling it as feeling like a carnival claw game. And here's what that 60% success rate doesn't tell you. That 60%? It's the easy stuff. Moving supplies, delivering samples, work that's predictable, structured, repetitive. But nursing isn't predictable. It's not structured. And it's definitely not repetitive, in the ways that matter. Let me tell you what actually happens in a hospital room at 3 a.m. A patient wakes up confused. Vitals look fine. Monitors show nothing unusual. But something is off. A good nurse walks in and knows it immediately. Maybe it's the way they're breathing. Maybe it's a look in their eyes. Maybe it's experience recognizing a pattern the machine can't see. That intuition, built over years of watching thousands of patients, it can't be downloaded. It can't be programmed. It's pattern recognition, trained on human suffering. And it saves lives every single day. A robot can detect abnormal vital signs, but it can't ask the question that unlocks what's really going on. There's a story anthropologists share. The earliest sign of human civilization wasn't a tool, wasn't a weapon. It was a healed femur bone. A broken femur takes 6 weeks to heal. In the wild, that's a death sentence. You can't run. You can't hunt. You can't get water. A healed femur means someone stayed. Someone brought food and water. Someone cared enough to protect another person through 6 weeks of vulnerability. That's nursing. Not the tasks, not the monitoring, the staying. MIT professor Sherry Turkle put it this way: chatbots and robots deliver pretend empathy. Their responses come from the internet, not from lived experience. And the more we interact with artificial intimacy, the less capable we become of real connection. Think about end-of-life care. A family facing the worst moment of their lives. They need someone who can sit with the weight of it. Someone who navigates medical realities while honoring human dignity. That requires moral reasoning, ethical judgment, cultural sensitivity, the ability to read a room and know when to speak and when to stay silent. A robot can follow an algorithm, but it can't feel the weight of mortality. And research shows something fascinating. Patients find it more intolerable when a nursing robot violates their autonomy than when a human nurse does the same thing. We expect machines to be perfect, but we need nurses to be human. So here's what the data actually shows. Nursing jobs will grow 6% through 2033, adding nearly 195,000 positions. Nurse practitioner roles are exploding. 46% growth, 135,000 new jobs. The shortage isn't getting solved by robots. It's creating leverage for nurses. Hospitals are offering higher wages, sign-on bonuses, loan repayment. States are funding tuition reimbursement. Demand is so high that nurses are negotiating better conditions, flexible schedules, career advancement that didn't exist 5 years ago. Will robots have a role? Yes, but it's the role of a tool, not a replacement. Moxie delivers supplies so nurses can spend more time with patients. Neurobot handles the 20 to 30% that's purely logistical. Surgical robots like Da Vinci assist with precision, not replace the surgeon's judgment. The pattern is consistent across healthcare. AI works best when it handles the predictable, so humans can focus on the unpredictable. The routine, so humans can handle the crisis. The data, so humans can handle the meaning. And meaning is something a machine can never provide. The tech industry keeps promising AI will replace human connection. And they keep being wrong. Not because the technology isn't advancing, but because they're solving for the wrong problem. Patients don't need faster data processing. They need someone to hold their hand at 3 a.m. Families don't need algorithmic efficiency. They need someone who understands what they're going through. The earliest sign of human civilization was someone staying to help another person heal. That hasn't changed in thousands of years. And no robot is going to change it now. If you want to know which jobs AI actually can't replace and the data behind why, I made a video on that. Links on screen. And if you're thinking about your own career in the age of AI, I put together a complete guide on positioning yourself. Check the description.